Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are jumping straight into a moment that literally shattered the internet back in the summer of 2026. We're talking about an insane collision of worlds. The NFL, the NBA, the WWE, and internet culture, all smashing together on a single stage. It's one of those viral moments that has absolutely everyone questioning the modern nature of sports entertainment. So we're going to break down exactly what went down, the massive mega event where it all happened, and the actual evidence behind the biggest question of all. Was this a genuine fight or a brilliantly executed stunt?
All right, picture this. It's July 17th, 2026. We are on the main stage of a massive convention in New York City. They're hosting a public panel called This Is Why We Collect. And suddenly, the tension between Tom Brady and Logan Paul just completely boils over. In a clip that spread like wildfire across social media literally instantly, Brady reaches out and open hand slaps Paul right across the face. As Paul starts yelling that Brady could genuinely get hurt, NBA star Karl-Anthony, who just happens to be standing right between them, immediately springs into action. He throws his arms out to physically separate the two guys and keep the whole thing from turning into a total brawl.
Now, what's really fascinating here is how Logan Paul reacted right after. He didn't shy away from this at all, he completely leaned into it. He hopped right on social media, posted the video himself, and dropped his own explanation for the slap. According to Paul, the whole thing started because he was roasting Brady about a flag football game they played back in March, a game where Paul's team actually won. He made sure to call Brady a horrible example for the kids, declared his aura was -100, which, is a devastating blow for a fashion icon, and crucially, he reminded everybody that he's currently recovering from a legitimately torn triceps muscle from May.
And Brady? Oh man, he did not hold back. His response was swift, completely dismissive, and utterly unrepentant. You won't find a generic PR apology here. Instead, he jumped right into the social media trenches to keep the banter going. He quote-tweeted the clip saying, "I tried, America. We'll try again next time I see this nerd." And then, shortly after, he followed it up with another devastating high-level insult. Dork. This rapid-fire, incredibly public exchange of grade school insults showed just how incredibly fast the drama was escalating online, turning a split-second slap into a sustained, viral rivalry for the whole world to see.
Okay, let's zoom out for a second. Section 1. Welcome to Fanatics Fest.
Because to really wrap our heads around this micro-drama, we have to understand the macro setting. This event is heavily billed as the world's #1 sports fan festival. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like the Comic-Con of sports fandom. It took place over 4 action-packed days from July 16th to the 19th, 2026 at the sprawling Javits Center right in the heart of Manhattan. It's meticulously designed to bring athletes, leagues, massive brands, and tens of thousands of fans under one giant roof. It is literally where sports culture and pop culture intersect in a highly produced environment.
Just to put the sheer magnitude of this festival into perspective, look at this number. Over 500. That is how many athlete and celebrity appearances were scheduled over those 4 days. Throw in more than 250 trading card dealers on the floor, immersive fan zones, live podcasts, and exclusive merch drops, and the scale is absolutely staggering. This whole ecosystem is custom-built for creating viral, shareable moments, which, provides a pretty interesting backdrop for that Brady and Paul showdown.
Moving right along to Section 2, Inside the Fan Experience and Logistics.
So behind all this crazy viral drama, the event itself operates as this highly organized, tech-driven, family-friendly utopia. We're talking mobile-only tickets, digital fan cash rewards, dedicated kids zones, full ADA accessibility, and even sensory stimulation break rooms for fans who get overwhelmed by the crowds. Plus, premium perks like the Amex fan experience. It's an incredibly controlled, wholesome environment, which presents a pretty jarring contrast to an open handslap happening right out on the main stage, don't you, Cake?
And you really see this extreme level of control and organization in something like their autograph authentication process. It's not some chaotic free-for-all. First, fans present their ticket and item. Then, they opt in at the table. Next, staff apply a Fanatics authenticity hologram right on the spot before you even walk away. And finally, you can go online later to verify your exact item in a secure database. Every single thing is tracked, structured, and verified. And naturally, that tight organization extends heavily into security. With strict bag checks, widespread CCTV, and a massive list of prohibited items ranging from drones and giant cameras to outside alcohol, this place is essentially a fortress. They're coordinating with state, local, and federal law enforcement to keep tens of thousands of people safe. So, it really makes you wonder, how exactly does a physical altercation just magically happen on a heavily monitored main stage?
Which brings us to Section 3,
the investigation, real feud, or WWE stunt?
All right, grab your magnifying glasses, because when we trace the timeline, things get a little fishy. Back in February 2026, Logan Paul publicly claims that his WWE conditioning makes him just as athletic as NFL players. Brady quickly dismisses it. Then, in March, they face off at a flag football tournament in LA, and Paul's team actually beats Brady's team 34-26. Fast forward to July 16th, the literal day before the slap, and Brady is out there publicly talking about wanting a WWE storyline. The very next day, July 17th, the slap happens. So looking at this, we have a real mystery. Is this just an organic, escalating rivalry, or a carefully scripted, slow-burn storyline?
Actually, scratch that. Let's look closer at July 16th, because that is the most crucial piece of evidence pointing toward a stunt. Tom Brady was doing an interview on WWE superstar Cody Rhodes' podcast, and he explicitly said he wanted to appear in a WWE match. His exact words were, "I'm waiting for a call," and he invited WWE President Nick Khan to devise a storyline for him. He even threw in that playing the villain suited him naturally. The very next day, he publicly strikes one of the WWE's biggest crossover stars. Coincidence?
So let's just weigh the evidence side by side. On the real anger side, Logan Paul has a legitimate medical vulnerability. He had surgery in May for a genuinely torn triceps muscle, which means a real unscripted physical fight could cause him serious medical harm. Plus, you've got the genuine trash talk from Brady actually losing that flag football game in March. But on the flip side, looking at a staged stunt, we literally just heard Brady begging WWE executives for a villain storyline 24 hours prior. Not to mention, WWE's official social media accounts rapidly, and I mean highly professionally, promoted the slap clip almost the second it happened.
But, here's the kicker. There is absolutely no smoking gun yet. As we're looking at this, the TKO group, Brady and Paul's reps have been completely silent about whether there's an actual WWE contract in play here. So the reality of the situation is left perfectly and probably intentionally ambiguous.
Let's bring it all home. Section 4, the takeaway and the future of fandom.
I want to end this explainer with a question for you to really chew on. Does the line between real sports and scripted entertainment even matter anymore? I mean, just look at the results of that July 17th stage panel. Whether that slap was born out of genuine red-hot frustration or meticulously choreographed in a boardroom by executives, the outcome was exactly the same. The viral ecosystem did its thing, the clip was viewed millions of times, engagement went through the roof, and Fanatics Fest became the absolute center of the sporting universe. Literally everyone involved, the athletes, the brands, the fans, got exactly what they wanted out of it. It really leaves us wondering, in today's era of fandom, is the spectacle itself actually more important than the reality behind it? Keep that in mind the next time a sports moment breaks the internet. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and definitely keep your eyes peeled for whatever happens next.